Everybody's doing everything differently. What works for them, what makes them happy. And that's something that a lot of people struggle with, especially with social media. I'm not one of those that says social media is bad for you, this and that, because I work through social media and I love social media. But then there's those people that hate social media. I don't know why, which social media can cause harm, but social media can also really help people out and give you lots of opportunities, help you grow and inspire you. And it's a great way to connect with other people. It's a great way to inspire a lot of people. Like, I'm out here trying to inspire you guys through social media. I'm trying to connect with all of my peeps who need some inspiration, some motivation, who need some knowledge on self-love, on self-improvement, on self-growth, So I think social media is a great tool. I create on social media. I do not consume. And there's those people that only consume and don't create. And those that only consume are just there scrolling and scrolling. It just becomes a habit. And you're literally just there scrolling when you're not even paying attention to it. And everybody decides what they want to put out there. Creators, if you're not a creator, whatever, you decide what you want to put out there. And people then like to compare their lives to others from what they're showing online. You guys have to understand that people show what they want to show. And you really don't know what they're going through, what their real life is. It's all through pictures, through videos, and it's just a part of their life. It's not their whole life, So you don't know what they're going through. You don't know if they're struggling through anything. You see them with a big house, cars, I don't know, materialistic things or whatever it is. You feel like that makes them happy. That's what you think will make you happy. Just because they have that doesn't mean they're happy. They might be at war with themselves, When you see people partying, you then think, oh, well, if you're not partying, you're missing out. When you're working on you and focused on you, you're not missing out on anything. You're not missing out on that. If that's not your priority, don't make it a priority. If that's their priority, those people you see going out and partying, drinking, whatever, then that's on them. Okay, if that really makes them happy, that's on them. And let me tell you guys, that honestly shouldn't be a priority for anybody. And I say this from experience because that was a priority of mine at a point in my life. My priority was to go out, party, black out, hang out with friends, and just literally, I don't know, it was a whole mess. And that was just a cycle. It was a cycle. And I wasn't growing. I was still at the same place. If anything, I was going backwards, bro, because I fell into drugs, started doing cocaine, and that just goes downhill. And it went downhill. That's not growth. People say, go out, have fun, loosen up, socialize. That's not fucking socializing. You're socializing. You think you're socializing. You're talking to the wrong people, the wrong crowd, that you're not even really socializing with that person. You're socializing with some spirit that took over their body. It's just a whole mess. Now, when you see successful people, what you think is success, a lot of people think success is materialistic things, which it can. Don't get me wrong. That can be. But everybody has their own success. If that's success to some people and that makes them happy, truly happy, that's fine. People define success differently, but a lot of people tend to think that having all these materialistic things is success. Don't compare your life to other people's, your success to other people's. Don't think you're not doing enough. Don't think that you're not working hard enough. If you're happy just the way you are, but then you just see this thing and start thinking, no. Don't start thinking anything. Don't start switching up your priorities. If you got your priorities straight already and you're doing things that are making you happy and that are helping you grow internally, then that's fine. Priorities ain't all about the big things. Buying a new house, buying a new car, getting that new job, which are big priorities and are important. And you can make them a priority at one point in your life. But your main priority should be yourself at all times. Your health, your happiness, loving yourself, taking care of yourself, showing up for you, making sure you're good internally. It depends. Some people see those as big priorities. Other people really don't and don't really care. It's those that people see as small things, like everyday things. Checking up on you, saying daily positive affirmations, loving yourself, showing love to yourself, saying that you love yourself, what you're feeding yourself, what you're consuming, not just eating, but consuming with hearing. What are you watching? Are you mentally okay? Do you have trauma? Are you working on that trauma and working on letting it go? And are you working towards healing? Dream big, yes. Dream big. I'm not telling you to not dream big. Don't have those goals. Have those goals, but you don't want to get caught up in those things. You have to make sure that you're checking in on yourself, that you're frequently checking in on yourself, that you're frequently showing love to yourself and just making sure you're good internally. I'm all about growth. And we keep growing, we keep evolving, we learn new things. There's different versions of ourselves in different points in life. I was way different 3 years ago. I was completely different. I was completely different a year ago, but I was a whole different person 3 years ago. And I'm a whole different person now. I have improved though. I didn't change for the worse. I changed for the better. I grew, I changed, I evolved. I know better, so I'm going to do better. We get caught up in our goals, in our dreams, and it just kind of becomes a habit where you have to sit down with yourself and frequently reflect on what you are doing. Are you still happy doing that? Is that still a goal that you want to achieve? Because we have different goals at different points in our life with those different versions of us. We dream differently in those different points. I had different goals 3 years ago, and I changed a lot of them because I sat down with myself, and those goals, if I was working on them, some weren't making me happy. And if they're not making you happy anymore, then stop working towards them. It's fine. It's not a waste of time. In fact, that's showing love to you and taking care of you because you are acknowledging that growth. You are acknowledging that change, that doesn't make you happy anymore. And you want to fulfill your happiness. You want to fulfill your purpose. If that was a goal at one point in your life, that's fine. That wasn't a waste of time because you learned from that. You gained experience. You did what was making you happy at that time. But now it's time for something new. And that's totally okay. That just doesn't interest you anymore. We also gain different beliefs. We gain more knowledge and we just keep experiencing life. So, of course, we're going to change. We're going to change our beliefs. We might change our perspective on things, our goals, and our dreams. That's totally fine. It's okay. Don't stress about it. And don't think that you're giving up. You're not giving up. You're not giving up on yourself. You're not giving up on a goal. Because if it just truly doesn't make you happy and light up your soul, then stop doing it.